The final just had its brand new update 5.4. We'll go over the entire patch notes as well as some of the developer updates around that. We also have some additional community mentionables, and even another giveaway that I'm going to be hosting, as well as a whole bunch more. What's up, world? It's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things the finals. Okay, so let's just jump right into it, getting into the 5.4 patch notes. As always, first up we do have the opening statements from both the Discord as well as the patch notes. This time again, it does come from Embark Dusty, and we'll go over later what's going on with Oscar. But as Dusty goes over, we do have update 5.4 that is now live on every platform except for Xbox. Although that has been since addressed, they do mention here they've not been able to perform the release on Xbox due to a bug, and that they're working with Microsoft to get this fixed. Currently, if you're an Xbox player, you will not be able to play crossplay, or that was earlier, and the World Server or World Tour was actually temporarily down. They were actively working on that, but again, we'll go over that in a second. They said for the rest of us, and now Xbox players, you should now be able to play the next stop of the World Tour, which is Time to Shine. This is the second week of Isolt Cup, and their sponsors are illuminating the arena with spotlights that shine bright over every active cash-out station. Bask in the glow of this light to earn additional fans while you defend, attack, or strike a pose. Your time in the limelight will be rewarding. So kind of a neat and fun mechanic there. Of course, they do mention that you can head over to the patch notes to go over all of that. And again, we will in a second here, but Dusty did update saying that they have been able to push the 5.4 update through to Xbox. So Xbox players should start seeing the update within the next hour, but that was at 6 a.m., at least Central Standard Time. So just nearly 2 hours after the update, they did actually get this fixed and patched. Now first up, before we get into the actual patch notes, there was 2 additional dev updates there. For the first one, the reason why this update was late or was pushed back a day, as we're normally used to seeing them on Wednesday. However, as Dusty points out there that they did have a red day in Sweden. That happened on Monday of this week, so they're operating 1 day behind. And a red day, as they do point out here, is where the whole country is off, much like a bank holiday. Depending on your region, essentially it is like a President's Day, a Memorial Day, everything is shut down. So that's why we haven't seen the updates as soon with this last few weeks, or at least as of yesterday, we didn't get it for the update, we got it today. Also, we have word on Oscar, he is actually currently on vacation. Now again, we don't know if this is a work vacation or anything like that. He also did recently have his wedding a few months ago, so maybe he's on his honeymoon, we don't know. But he is taking a decently long vacation, so hopefully he's back sometime soon. Jumping back to the patch notes side of things, this week they do go over the new arenas, where we do have Seoul, Fortune Stadium, Horizon, and Las Vegas. So those will be in the new rotation there. Also, we did have a brand new store update that includes actually 4 new bundles here, where first up we have the Throttle Creed set, the Spark Within weapon set, next to that is the Jungle Justice set, as well as the Scorch Tactics. So some decent cosmetics there overall. And if I will mention very quickly, I am going to give away 2 more bundles. Again, I am going to limit this to multi-bucks as it makes it a little bit easier for me. And I also do struggle to give away for multiple platforms there. Essentially, we'd have to be on the same platform, I'd have to make an account and all that. So to just make it easier, if you guys can pick multi-bucks only bundles. But again, this pertains to any bundle in the store, any bundle on the contestant screen or store page. So even the old bundles that are still accessible, I can gift those to you. I did have quite great success last time with those bundle giveaways, so I'm going to do that again, and there's 2 of those. Now, it's super easy to get in this giveaway, you just have to go to my Discord, although I am going to lock 1 behind a role. Now, this is just to get the level 1 recruitment role. It's super easy to get, so in my Discord, you just have to type a few messages. Now, there is a cooldown timer, so please don't spam. But once you get the level 1 recruit role, then you will be able to enter that giveaway. Now, if you just want to lurk and you don't want to do all that, I will also give away one that doesn't require any role at all. All you got to do is join the Discord, head to the giveaways channel, and click the button. It'll tell you on there exactly what button to click, and then you're entered in. Again, you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to like the video, nothing like that. All you got to do is head to the Discord, helps me with the distribution method, as well as just being able to give it away easily. Jumping back, finally we are at the patch notes. Again, we did have a content and bug fix section that covers mostly everything. First up with the animation section, we did have a lot of Cerberus fixes that pertain to some of the reload animations and some misalignments. We also had some animation errors when vaulting, and the red dot sight on the M26 Matter could move out of sight when window is reloading. Next up for contracts, they had some earnings and power shift that will now count towards the total cash earned on some contracts. Again, that was an issue before, it looks like they had to fix that again. We had 2 gadget fixes here. One for the Vortex, or the Gravity Vortex, where the particle effects prior to activation will now be visible to teammates, and the Zipline fixed a rare issue where the Zipline gadget would not connect to some surfaces. Again, Zipline is getting constant refinements there. For game modes, Quick Cache had an issue that occasionally respawned teammates to be placed too close to an already spawned enemy team, which probably was coinciding with the wave respawn system that they did, which overall did seem like it had some issues because I did have a really close respawn during the preview event. For map fixes, Bernal had an improved traversal in some areas that caused issues when using using Charge and Slam, and there was some VFX polish and additions across multiple Burnout assets that previously had missing effects. Player cards had an issue causing face masks to clip on player cards. Private matches had a spectator fix where the HUD was not visible. Under rendering, they had an issue with the APS turret and the Guardian turret that caused them to stop rendering at shorter distances than they should. That was when using the lower graphic settings. Speaking of settings, they added a new secondary scaling option named Upscale Resolution that just seems like a default upscaled resolution not tied to DLSS. And they also reworked the naming and description of existing resolutions related to options to give more information on various resolutions and how they're based. And resolution scaling sliders are now showing these scaled resolutions in pixels as well as the scaling percentage. So a lot of upscale tech there and some fixes overall. Specializations, Charge and Slam had an issue with Gravity Vortex. And there was also a rare issue when sprinting could be desynced from the client and server. Dematerializer could sometimes make it impossible to rematerialize a wall that was close to a cache out. Now UI also had a ton of fixes here with the player cards that could sometimes make them too bright, and a few other player name issues as well as the reload duration stat, and VFX also got some visual indicators as well as missing destruction states on multiple objects. That just rounded out for the 5.4 patch notes. Everything here was just fixes and no balance changes, so only content and bug fixes that shouldn't really affect gameplay too much. Hopefully eventually we do see some meta and balance changes here in the next coming weeks. I do know those can tend to get kind of stale, although we did have newest season change and a lot of things were fixed and adjusted, so we'll have to wait and see on how that kind of rolls out. But I do think they should have some sort of balance and meta change here sometime soon. As some last minute mentionables here, we do have a post on the Finals subreddit. This going over people talking about cheaters in the game overall. This person reported a ton of players and got a bunch of feedback back. So it does look like reporting actually does work and gets a lot of people banned. So if you do encounter any cheaters, you should report them, as Embark seems fairly active on that. And it is difficult in any game, pretty much you're gonna have cheaters, even ones that have a kernel level anti-cheat baked in, so it does look like Embark is doing as much as they can there. Of course, as always in my videos as a last minute mentionable, we do have those showcases on the Finals runway, specifically those who made it to the Star Models channel. Now again, with the giveaway, if you do want to enter in, you can showcase off your outfits, and that will actually contribute to your level. Now we do have this one here from Quixer, who showcases off his Borat cosplay. It's a pretty funny one here, and it is fairly close. Again, I really do like when people do have those cosplays and those outfits that kind of match a real world, or in this case, entertainment. Next up here, we have a fairly unique one from DeCoasty, who showcases off what he's calling the Ringmaster. This one is very, very unique. In fact, it does play on a lot of cosmetics I haven't seen utilized. I also like the way he has this one set up in a sort of collage. Overall, it should about cover for today's video. If you like and subscribe, and into the next one. Deuces!